Evening all, welcome back to the glory of the Emperor. This is BFG, Battlefleet Gothic, Big Friendly Giant, whatever you want to call it. Now look at that freaking space station. The orcs sure know how to build, I will give them that. This game is amazingly fun. I do love it. Now I've decided, and this is a bit of a production discussion today. I've decided that when I do videos of this, I'm not going to do kind of round based stuff. I'm just going to show you the cool stuff. Look at that. Look at it completely jack up my light cruiser, the flipping whatever that is, orc cruise or whatever it is. I've decided that we're just going to show the fun stuff because this game, it's worthy of montage, this game, because some of the visuals in it are just amazingly fun. If you don't know what's going on and if you don't know what BFG is, this is going to be hard for you to probably enjoy these videos because really all I just wanted to do was to make something that just, for me, look at this tactical move I'm about to do. I'm so proud of this. This is my cruiser, my heavy cruiser. I'm literally about to make it fire the retros, and then as soon as we're in position, we're gonna, you ram me, bro, I'm gonna ram you straight back and in your face, orky bastard. Boom. That is this kind of game's beauty moment. If there was a unique selling point, it would be that. Micro warp drive right next to him, do a handbrake turn, and then full engines flank into his face. Boom, dead. That's what you get if you mess with the Humies, you orc bastard. I love it so much. Oh, this game, it makes me giddy as a girl. It's just so good. I would say also the fact that the game, it has this kind of weird, I don't know, weight to it. So as I'm playing it, I'm kind of sat there amused at the fact that it does feel like you're flying a ship that's huge. It does feel like a weighty, kind of knackered old ancient vessel that's probably, built millennia ago, and it really does need to be refit and retrofit and sorted out, but, they just don't have the ability to do it. The Navy is so hard pressed in Warhammer 40k, just keeping the Imperium going, that, it's just not, going to happen. So there we go. I love the fact that there is more interest as well with the backstory of this game. This game has a fantastic, probably the best backstory that money can buy. And I think that is also a wonderful thing, that there is going to be this more focus on the fact that there's going to be Space Marine fleets. That means you're going to have Thunderhawk gunships doing boarding actions. Oh my god, that's going to be fun. I cannot wait for it. I really am just going to have so much fun playing this game. And luckily it's out in the middle of April, so it's only a few weeks away. I'm really looking forward to it. I think as well there's going to always be this kind of challenge when people say, well, once you've done the mission, what's there left to do? Well, I think there's plenty here. I think you're going to have the ability just to run missions over and over. I think a multiplayer would be nice. I haven't investigated multiplayer too much, but it would be nice to have that kind of co-op multiplayer as well. So, you could have a group of people fighting their own ship against NPCs. That would be pretty awesome as well. Obviously PvP is going to be part of it, but I would love to see that kind of, if you remember Dawn of War Retribution, they had the Last Stand mode. That worked really well, and I liked that. So I think if we could have that kind of addition, that would be pretty sweet as well. But anyway, let's see what happens. I think just generally the graphics are simply amazing. I can't wait to see the battle barges of the Space Marines. I can't wait. I really can't. Now, the interesting thing for me is there is an undisclosed, unnamed fleet that's going to be released with it. Okay, so because you've got Orcs, Chaos, Imperium, and Eldar as part of the game, plus Space Marines, that only leaves the Necrons, which are pretty cool, the Tau, and the Tyranids. Now, I like the fact that the Tyranids probably would be my pick there. It would be a shame. I would like to see all of them. I would love to see the Necrons and the Tau, so I hope the game does well enough to allow that as a DLC. But for me, fighting Tyranids, imagine that, a Tyranid ramming you, and then its tentacles grabbing onto you, and then basically you just see indicator after indicator telling you that you're being swarmed by gene stealers. That would be pant-wettingly scary, and I think even your best battleships and your battle cruisers are going down to being eaten by a Tyranid battle cruiser. Oh my god, that would be brilliant. So my money is definitely hoping that Tyranids are in this, because I love the Tyranids. I think they're a brilliant addition to the game, or rather they would be a brilliant addition to the game. Let's hope we get it. Now I'm not too worried if it's just the Necrons, because again, Necrons are pretty interesting as well. They have a kind of interesting backstory, that the fact that they were, you all know this, so I'm going to ham-fistedly try and explain for those of you who don't know what the Necrons were. Basically, they were the first ones. Eons ago, they were the first ones, and they fought a war against. I'm getting it wrong already. They fought a war against the Cetan, who were like the ancient kind of beings, the first ones. And what happened was, is the Cetan, we're probably selling it wrong already, but they basically created the Necrons. The Necrons were from a world where the sun was dying, and they basically were trying to create a way to survive. So they actually sacrificed their living skin and bodies for almost living metal. So they became immortal, but obviously as a massive price. And the Necrons' basic primary objective was to destroy all life in the galaxy. That was actually what they were doing. And I'm thinking actually it's the other way around. I think they were fighting the Cetan, weren't they? No, they were definitely part of it. But no. And what happened was, is they accomplished this task, and the Eldar at this point were a very young race. And there was always this kind of talk, and it was big talk, that the Orcs were created as a genetic weapon to fight against the Necrons. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, it sounds plausible, but we'll see. But they basically were beaten by the fact that the warp, I think, was used as their weapon against them, but I don't know. I didn't used to know this. I used to just sit and read the wikis all day, but I'm completely out of touch with it at the moment. But long story short, the Necrons are waking up. They've been sat in tombs under planets, long forgotten. You know, people have forgotten that there was even a civilization on these dead worlds. And people are finding artifacts, and then finding kind of abandoned temples, and then all of a sudden something wakes up, and it's Necrons. And Necrons are pretty much one of the scary kind of metal zombie races out there. So that's kind of the genesis of the Necrons. They're starting to wake up. They're starting to realize that life has now once again populated the majority of the galaxy. They're not happy about that. Their initial mission was to stop life, so they're now starting to wake up and actually, pretty much try and destroy all the life that's come about in the game. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think it's a huge amount of backstory. It's a lot of fun, and it's pretty cool. I'm not too sure if I'm bothered about the Tau. I like the Tau. They're pretty interesting. They have this kind of thing where technologically they're kind of, they're already, you could argue, probably getting as close and advanced as the Imperium is. They're expanding their empire from a single planet to a collection of worlds. And they're at that point now where pretty much the Tau have that decision of, do they take the Imperium as an enemy or not? Obviously the Imperium sees them as absolutely alien and heretic and terrible, so they're pretty much not going to be bosom buddies, but I think they also realise the Tau are pretty badass. And their advanced technology when it comes to weaponry and battle suits, etc., is giving them a problem. So the Tau are an interesting one, because I think they're a collection. They're almost like a confederacy of races as well. So it would be interesting to see the Tau, but I think less so. For me, the Tyranids probably still represent the most interesting one, and I think they could, maybe that'll be a DLC, I don't know. Maybe it won't be the Tyranids, but there'll be a DLC, which will be that a hive fleet is fast approaching the Gothic sector, and that you're sent out to basically go and try and fight off a Tyranid hive fleet. Now that would be amazing. So far, everything to do with the Tyranids in games is basically, the hive fleet has landed near a planet, or it's on a planet, you have to kind of fight it off. And the reality is no matter how many millions of troops you deploy to a world that's being, in the middle of a hive fleet, or in the way of a hive fleet, you're not going to survive. You're just never going to rescue that planet ever. So for me, I would love to see a bit more focus on that. That would be pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this. Is the ultimate ship takedown, scraping along his hull. He's trying to warp out. Is he going to make it? Is he going to get out? No. And what a kill that was. That was a hell of a kill. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.